On necessity, someone has to dig trenches. On necessity, someone has to mend their tanks. On necessity, someone has to clear away their dead.
Forgotten follows the lives of a small group of men, a struggling theatre troupe, who leave their village in Shandong province to travel to the front lines of the First World War, where they toiled in support of English and French troops. The six-actor play brings to life the reality of that service, working 10 to 18 hours a day with 3 days holiday a year for $10 silver a month. It's a contribution which British Chinese playwright Daniel York Loh believes has been deliberately buried.
It's like no one knew about it. It's completely buried. At the time of the place, forgotten, but they weren't just forgotten. They were kind of wiped out, airbrushed out of history. It's tragic.
And Daniel says that contribution was significant.
In the totality of that war, where the casualties were in the millions, it doesn't sound like a lot, but you have to take into account that this was a war of attrition, and at that point both sides were literally collapsing from exhaustion. So 140,000 fit, able, very hard-working men from northern China rocking up to dig trenches, men rose to haul and carry, and not just that, they worked a lot. They were very good at cleaning and maintaining the tanks, which so demoralised the German army. It was a massive contribution.
Daniel York Loh's play started out as an artistic response to a call from a British Chinese group to do something to commemorate the men of the Chinese Labour Corps. That same group is also planning a permanent memorial here in London. A white marble memorial huabio, or ceremonial column measuring over 9 meters tall, is currently being sculpted in China and should be ready to be shipped to the UK soon. Organisers hope it can be placed somewhere in central London, but are still finalising location details and raising funds for its completion. Some believe it will serve as an important reminder of the role of the CLC for everyone.
I think it's important for British-born Chinese to increase their sense of belonging. Of 45,000 plus memorials to the First World War, not a single one commemorates the Chinese or China's contribution, and we need to correct that omission from the history books.
Around 2,000 men of the CLC are thought to have died during the First World War, with thousands more returning to China after their service. Playwright Daniel York Loh says little is known of what happened to those men.
For me, it's profoundly sad. They literally came, they worked like dogs, they helped win a war, and they just seem to vanish into the mist of time. They're just gone. And I don't know why, and no one knows why, really.
I hardly recognised myself in the strange uniform they gave me.
Daniel York Loh hopes his play will go some way to raise awareness of the contribution of the Chinese Labour Corps. Catherine Drew, CGTN, London.